Welcome back to NASA, not the other NASA. We're talking about this NASA, and you know exactly what I mean by that. So, game 2 of the day, we're going to be watching Quest Esports versus Snackin and Smackin. So, I'm going to be honest here. Quest Esports, I mean, I see it in the Gamba as well in chat. Quest Esports, a bit of the heavy favorites of this run. Snackin and Smackin currently 1-3, and Quest Esports actually only 1-2, but they're still. Their one win is on PP Legends, which is a pretty dang good team from what we just saw. So, and Quest Esports in general and other tournaments has been performing very well. They were favorites to come out of Liftoff initially, back when they had Lily Bun, but lost to some really teams. They got kind of really unlucky. Had to play Goats Esports in Chikara, and almost had in the LP Thieves actually, but interesting lineup for them. But seems like we're going to be loading the game really soon.
Right, I'm excited to see how this game will shake out. Yeah, we're back on the app. Free me. We cannot escape.
Yeah, there's. Anyway, you know what? About it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's chill.
You know what? We're gonna keep ending this map, and that's whatever. We see Erasmus and come out.
Makes sense. Picked out.
Yeah, and we get to see. It's gonna be HamsterQuest POV.
HamsterQuest looking a slick kick on this one, and Hotshot. Hi, Hotshot. That's a really good. That's a really good awakening.
Yeah, I love it when the core goes. Yeah.
More like NASCAR with four. Four.
Like honestly, right at the edge. The girl like not exactly sure it's not. Very good player, Sir. A bit of an IME one trick, gets that IME because they want to match up the goalie. But SwitchSSB and HamsterQuest just immediately kind of dismantling the defense and taking the barrier and immediately getting the goal afterwards.
Yeah, SwitchSSB on the Asher. People have been talking since launch about how disgustingly broken Asher is, but it's only recently, starting Season 2, people have actually been putting it into practice, and wow.
HamsterQuest just locks and loads. A single shotgun is enough to get that KO. But something like forbidden tech is to go Pummeler's Drakkar.
Oh yeah.
And then you just send them into the center with old shotgun, but it's usually not as good as the big.
Yeah, if you can do it on a heavy impact start, you will just be annihilating people. This is a quirky little prank. Just taking them off the field for fun. Simple primary ability. Speaking of getting off the field, there goes that guy. And HamsterQuest is soon to follow.
Yeah,
unless he's able to regen up.
Just the ability to get all these just random KOs. They're just so good at this. But actually, there's a Giga Blast plus Hot Shot, just able to hit it at a crazy angle, make it go extremely quickly. Able to turn this power play into a small victory. But this Flips has come out, and I don't think any cooldowns are up. So as soon as that ult finishes off, it's just going to be a free shot to the bottom corner to finish off the first set.
Yeah, and wow. Quest Esports. On a quest to make this a quick one, it seems. As they just take it down real quick.
This is a Drakkar jump scare moment. I feel like there's a lot on here. It's kind of hard to decide what you want to take. Stacks does make sense. I'm still like, personally, I've been trying to figure out perfect form, because maybe I honestly think perfect form might just be like that good that it might be what you take here, especially on Drakkar.
20% is a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a like. That's a lot. It's probably great on every single character in the game.
And like the light hits cooldown reduction, I think is just like huge. I think it's pretty ridiculous. And Drakkar, who has like prime time installed into the character, especially, that might be crazy. But Stacks
that might be
is
a
no
little crazy.
slouch either.
Yeah,
HamsterQuest will be a big
Stacks.
target.
Oh,
but
Asher moment.
Yeah,
where'd that guy go?
Yeah, where did that guy go? Om nom nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Crayons. Nom nom nom. Just
So
be
hungry.
running up and hitting all the buttons, but you do have to hit them the right way. I do meme, but you do have to know how to walk into the core correctly, and
Right.
Know the good old
once you insert your keyboard into your mouth and start biting down, you have to bite in a specific way that makes it go in.
Yeah, otherwise it gets stuck in your throat and it's just like, and no one's having fun.
And then no one's having fun.
They're really trying to get wattywahwah here, but Sir and Aromatic able to get to that goal barrier, kind of having with Switch having to fall back. The Toastyloacl from across the map hits the, I really wanted to say the fudgy angle. The demon angle.
Hits the fudgy angle.
Hits the fudgy angle. Hits the fudgy angle. And gets that over across the map. Good awareness from Toastyloacl. Sees what's going on the offense. They're kind of pushing Waddy into a corner constantly. Aromaticmintea now having to face a lot of aggro due to having this flip, but wattywahwah just getting owned by this airship. Just the pass splitter, just kind of ridiculous from Asher. Just kind of stun locks you into place and does 1,000,000 damage to you. But barriers are returned, barriers are traded, but Waddy's looking really low. Any cooldown will probably KO here, and there's not enough energy quite yet for an evade, but the orb might be the saving grace of this, as Aromaticmintea has a 1v1 opportunity, but passes it to Sir, who has to deal with this glitch pop, but the KO comes out, and now it's a power play situation. There's not many cooldowns online, though, but Sir has his flip. It's kind of the goal right now, is to get Sir this core so something can happen. But Toastyloacl is not going to make it easy. But and just barely misses the goal off of the power play, but HamsterQuest is extremely low as he walks into the turret. But Toastyloacl,
where are they going?
Is able to get the save, but it does not matter, as Aromaticmintea is able to find that goal through SwitchSSB and get their first goal, I believe, this game.
They're dropping like flies in their own goal box. That's crazy.
And once you force them a little bit too far back, it gets really scary really quick. Now, Waddy had to find like a really insane angle there where you hit it up, which is just impossible with how many people are there hitting the core. But very quick conversion to a goal. That is an 11-second round. SwitchSSB finding the angle past the barrage and quickly able to win that one after what's felt like a one where they had to struggle a lot to get the goal.
Yeah, and wow, this Asher is absolutely dominating right now.
Look at his hot shot. God, Jakor's moving so fast. Able to make HamsterQuest able to get it past both forwards right to the goalie, which is exactly where Switch wants the core to be. As Switch is able to win his 1v1 and finish that one off.
Yep, just a simple strike orb will do. Puts it in. Easy cheesy. And here we have 2 sparks on the board. Catalyst, big, heavy impact. A lot of good trainings coming out. Stagger Swagger, which could be helpful, I think, for pretty much anyone in this game. Been a lot of staggering opponents.
We see the tempo swing come out, which is good on any character that wants to deal damage, but it's also really, really good on Asher. So maybe he was assuming that Kai would deny it anyway, if it got through. But I'm interested to see that. It's also just a lot of damage on any character. Tempo swing is just like ridiculous amount of damage, but great combo from Snackin and Smackin, able to get that KO. And now it's going to be Sir and Aromaticmintea who have to win this, but Asher is just literally a wall. So it's going to be hard to get through that, even if it's just one. That's the thing about this Drakar plus Asher, is that they have so many such good defensive capabilities to help out their goalie, especially when your goalie is a character like Aimee, who, although is just very, very good goalie, can struggle a little bit once it gets a little bit too close. So able to help out there. Sir looking really low now. He's going to have to respect and hold on to these evades to try to survive here. But he's able to use the Cyber Swipe very intelligently to get past HamsterQuest, and now has an opportunity here. wattywahwah trying to get past Switch, but Switch is just so large, and HamsterQuest is the one who's able to finish that one off with the strike to the top.
Yeah, winning a strike war against Sir and clutching it right into the corner. A very, very clean looking strike. Very satisfying.
SwitchSSB, just once Switch is able to get in there, it just feels like there's so little that Kai can do to prevent this. And the flip immediately comes out, but no! wattywahwah! That's a little bit of trouble with the core moving a little bit too quickly. And somehow Toastyloacl is able to be awarded that goal. And this is already, we are on map point.
Yeah, wow. And
Oh.
clutch. Whoa!
Yeah,
What
just
happened?
I think it was just a glitch pop there. And,
Glitch Pop just took him downtown.
Yeah, Switch walked a little bit too close to the wall, trying to retrieve that core. And this is why, like, as goalie, clearing towards the walls can be really good, because if the opponents try to walk up to it, they can end up getting KO'd. But it's looking like it could be the end here. SwitchSSB, it's able to run up with the core as the blocking up the whole top angle. Really, this is a 2v1 with all the clearing options covered by the shotgun, plus Asher's just general size and capabilities. And HamsterQuest getting the MVP for that. POV. Winner's POV, truly.
Yeah, what a brutal game. I'll say it. That was a 9.5 minute game.
That was a round 1 Swiss game in timing, but
Yeah, that was 15k damage coming out from Toastyloacl. Holy.
yeah, from the goalie box. It's also just how Quest Esports has always really liked to play. I feel like even since its time with Lilybun, is they would pick this IME goalie and just try to combo damage together to get KOs and amount pressure from this damage, and they were able to do that. Even if the KOs don't look like even if looks like they were down in KOs technically, it's not as big of a deal once they have so much, because of the pressure they're pushing out with the damage, plus how much better they are at capitalizing on getting the KO. Usually when they got a KO, it's due to like a combination of abilities that weren't necessarily Asher, so it leaves Asher with the opportunity to get that goal. But when Julie, for example, gets a KO, it kind of slows down the game for your own team because you don't have dash punch. So you have to find other ways to find these goals and capitalize on it, which can get a little bit more difficult. Really seasoned teams can find ways to use strikes and good passing plays to get through. And not to say that Smackin isn't one of those teams, but when you're playing against a team like Quest Esports that has such like a rich history of doing really well in tournaments and knows how to play their not only their power plays, but their when they're down a player, the reverse power plays, it gets pretty tough.
Yeah, going against a team with such strong teamwork like that, it will always be difficult. Especially because HamsterQuest and SwitchSSB make a really strong forward duo. HamsterQuest out there midfielding, often on the Drakar, who with ult can put on a lot of damage, but also SwitchSSB is a master at just taking people off the field. I believe last week. Oh, it looks like we're heading into the second game. Game 2.
Game 2. But like you're saying, SwitchSSB and HamsterQuest have been playing together for a really long time, so they have really tight forward midfield synergy, which is really, really important in this game. You like the time you have playing with someone, you build the neuro link, and once you build the neuro link, like that's what builds like really crazy plays that feel like they come out of nowhere. It's just like knowing exactly what your other guy wants to do at any given moment is so important. Even if like you can vocalize things, and that is nice and helps a lot, but we're looking at a Vice hover right now, which is a be surprising to me to say
yeah, wow,
the least. But we see the lock-in, so they're going for a lot of damage here.
Right, rolling up their sleeves and getting ready to blast people into next week.
Yeah, Vice midfield, very rarely picked nowadays. I liked it. I was grinding a lot when it came out personally. I thought it had a lot of potential, but I just feel like, as opposed to like Aimee is a character who does damage but has a little bit more core control, which ends up being pretty important. Or Luna or Vice. Luna and Vice are also characters that deal a lot of damage, but they say and Vice, I'm going to say Luna and Finny are both characters that do a lot of damage but also apply a lot more forward pressure. Vice is able to do that too, especially with the secondary. Is able to really like mess up the enemy goalie, or really anyone they decide to target. But as we see here, I was able to cover up that bottom half of that barrier. HamsterQuest is able to help SwitchSSB get that barrier. And now it's aromaticmintea is going to use the dash punch to get to the last one. Now seeing deck, we actually see Toastyloacl, I think subbing in, right? It was someone else.
wattywahwah.
Yeah, wattywahwah
was last game. Toastyloacl coming in now.
And the sub is turning out pretty well.
Yeah, hey, making it happen. As we see Snackin and Smackin take point 1.
Yeah, Toastyloacl, if I remember correctly, also is definitely a bit of a Dubu player, which is why we saw that Dubu ban come out earlier. But proven to Kai is no slouch either. He's going to be able to provide some forward pressure with this pick anyway. Kai's pretty good on this map, so is Dubu. So both being available is really nice. Sir and aromaticmintea, though, able to use some great synergy there. Gets the pass into the cyber swipe to get that last barrier. It's hard to be ready for those plays. And that's the forward synergy I'm talking about. How important it is that, like, once again, there, HamsterQuest immediately passing into SwitchSSB immediately, knowing that Switch will be ready for the pass over and over again, and is the one that's going to be able to score these duels and get these barriers on Asher. And as we see just the immediate passes over and over again, there's kind of a triangle of cycle of HamsterQuest going to Switch, going to their goalie, eventually ends up with the goal being taken.
Yeah, a vicious cycle for Snackin and Smackin, who...
Oh my.
And forget anything that I was just saying. People are dropping right now.
Yeah, aromaticmintea.
It's getting rough out here on the dance floor.
Yeah, and this is what Quest Esports is always about, is that when they decide this person is going to get hit, they get hit hard. aromaticmintea just did not get to play that round. Got hit with just got hit by like 6 cooldowns at the same time. And then wasn't allowed to play the game. And just using that 3v2, basically, that it turns into, even if Toastyloacl doesn't have as much forward pressure since a lot of the abilities were used offensively, they're able to get barriers. And once again, just a really fast round, 13 seconds. Quest Esports dominating this game.
Yeah, that last point was so well coordinated by Quest, where HamsterQuest shot it straight forward and then followed up with a Vice primary while SwitchSSB was there to pick it up. So not only did they have to obviously defend against HamsterQuest's shot, but also the Vice primary coming in from behind and the Asher standing on top of it all, ready to use abilities whenever. It's just a perfectly executed shot. Unfortunately, I talked through the entire draft, and everyone just got incredible bis.
Yeah, everyone that's really
good.
Stuff right now. It's cool that the evolution of Built Different. You feel like Built Different used to always be taken over Big Fish, but then they got nerfed like 20,000 times. And now Big Fish is just generally preferable, especially on a character like Asher, who is just already like... It's a tanky character in that has that secondary that gives a little bit of damage reduction, but I think it's a little bit... Once you build that health, you just kind of become unstoppable. And if you can get tempo swing as well, you just like kind of become ridiculous as Asher, the more HP you get. But Toastyloacl doing the Quest Esports Classic, able to get that KO from randomly across the map with the help of that eject button and all the cooldowns. Cyber Swipe tries to come in to get something cheeky on the Toastyloacl, but now Toastyloacl has Flip in front of the net and is able to find a great angle behind Toastyloacl, who tries to barrage downwards to cover the net.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Toastyloacl just bending it, hitting the curve right around Toastyloacl. Very nice. Very
nice. And now, immediately, this extra special, allowing the turret to come out immediately to put that pressure on that first barrier. And aromaticmintea has to bring that elusive, but now has no HP and no elusive, so it's going to have trouble getting into this game as more cooldowns come out. But tries to get the kill on HamsterQuest, but just barely misses. HamsterQuest trying to find aromaticmintea right now, but Toastyloacl is able to get it with the help of HamsterQuest. And now the power play, if they can convert on the goal, is the question. HamsterQuest has all cooldowns up, but does not matter as Switch has flipped. It's able to finish that one off again. Still, these like that point, it felt longer. It just felt longer, but it was only 28 seconds. And that's just because every other point feels like it's going by so fast that there's a point that doesn't even reach overtime is still feeling a bit long.
Yeah, it's an absolute massacre. This Asher cannot be stopped.
Yeah,
Look at HamsterQuest, who's doing the Vice special of just doing so much damage. Wow.
This is a bit of a stomp right now. The flips there used really excellently in conjunction with each other to get through the midfield and just provide the 1v1. Because once you provide the Asher to 1v1, the Asher just tends to win. Just tends, and even if no cooldowns necessary, just a strike to the top, it'll finish it off. And now we see the rapid fire over to Timeless Creator, which I find a little bit interesting, but it makes a lot of sense, especially from how this team plays. Rapid fire, really good training, especially if all of the buffs have come in. With this rapid fire, you're able to use that primary just that much more, which is just such a catalyst for this team's ability to get these stun combos on. A lot of it starts with the glitch pop, as it's one of the easiest abilities to hit. It's just so large. Aromaticmintea instantly hit with the Cyber Swipe glitch pop combo, and then already the glitch pop up again to be used defensively, which is really nice from the goalie's perspective. But Sir will have the Timeless Creator, so gonna be able to apply more pressure with this turret of the Firewall Sentry when it's available, but won't be available as up as Toastyloacl. This is extra special, so something to be looking out for.
Yep, and here HamsterQuest and SwitchSSB just looking like a well-oiled machine. Once they get the ball on the enemy side, they are wheeling and dealing. Just absolutely working in tandem to dismantle those barriers.
HamsterQuest also received heavy impact that draft, and every ability this character has is an impact, so all impacts will be a little bit harder, and the cooldowns are going to go down with the right plays. Toastyloacl in a very tough situation right now, so just be kind of getting the bully off, but Toastyloacl is able to get back. The power play situation, not able to capitalize too much off of it. But aromaticmintea once again really low. HamsterQuest has flip here, probably going to try to find a KO with it or an angle onto the orb. But yeah, tries to get the flip off, but is a little bit too greedy with it. Aromaticmintea is able to actually grab the orb to heal up a little bit after all of that, and it's going to be a little bit more alive in this game. The Timeless Creator has come out on this pillar, or on this Firewall Sentry, but all of the defensive cooldowns being used right now. HamsterQuest even opting to use the ult to defend. Right now, a bit of a longer round. We're going to an overtime this time. SwitchSSB now and the rest of Quest Esports are on the defensive now. aromaticmintea is getting a bit low. This Path Splitter is going to help defend a little bit longer. The dash comes out to defend that strike to the bottom, but Sir still has some cooldowns left. Toastyloacl now has to defend this last bear. If this bear can stay up, they can stay on the offensive. The bounce off of that of the core hits the wall of the goal, which is able to keep it on just a little bit longer. aromaticmintea is looking really low. It's going to have to use these cooldowns now before the KO is able to come through, because Quest Esports has been able to convert these KOs over and over again. They're able to do it once again. But Sir almost able to get the Cyber Swipe to finish it off, but SwitchSSB finds the angle, is moving in, has the Path Splitter, everything being used to block this flip. There's just no way out, and they're able to finally finish this point off 2-0.
Oh my god, that looked so defendable.
Yeah,
the Path Splitter, the Asher primary, the Asher, the Peanuts, the Patrick. Like, what do you do?
What do you do? What do you do against this Timeless turret either when you're playing Buds?
That's what I'm saying. You sit there and watch, and you cry, and you lavish the fact that you have heavy impact, which gives you 15% hit harder on everything.
But once again, just SwitchSSB able to get both barriers just so low. Toastyloacl, it's a great strike there, but is hit by all this damage now. It's probably going to get KO'd even if the save comes through, but it doesn't. HamsterQuest has the read, has the timing, is able to finish off this set and also the entire match 2-0. Very dominant performance and showing from Quest Esports. But honestly, kind of what we have to expect from this team. They've just generally performed really well, along with other teams like PPL and other top performers in NASA are looked at as teams that definitely compete with other, especially at the bottom of NASL. They are strong teams. They can win. They show that they have a strong understanding of the game and that they can really just gap these teams that are lower in NASA and just perform really well. So good on them.
Yeah, Quest Esports putting out the damage. 16k coming out from both HamsterQuest and Toastyloacl, and I think that's really the difference maker. 4 times the KOs coming out from Quest Esports.
4 times the KOs.
Yeah,
but it's weird,
and
right?
also Asher.
It's because the rounds ended so fast that they couldn't really get any KOs. They would just win so quickly that despite having this much damage, it feels like 4 KOs is small, but it's still the KOs per minute are all right considering how quick that game was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That was hard. Maybe actually I am gonna sugarcoat it. That was a really rough game. I think Snackin and Smackin put up a valiant fight, but against the behemoth that is Quest Esports. Once again, what can you do?
What can you do? But once again, congrats to Quest Esports finding their footing again. We expect them to finish very close to the top, despite being only 2-2 right now. They will be, I believe they'll play tomorrow once again versus Party Rockers, which will be a really important game because Party Rockers is the only 3-0 team right now. So Quest Esports have a chance to show up big, show that they are this top team, and show that Party Rockers might not be in the house tomorrow.
No. Party Rockers right now playing really dominantly. The sad boys of NASA, you might even say. So getting a win off them would be monumental.
Party Rockers, the sad boys of NASA. I haven't heard anything truer than that. But I believe that's it from us. We will be heading to a break shortly. When we come back, it'll be Bozo Punch versus Platinum Exclusive, which is another very exciting match between two 2-1 teams. So do not go anywhere.
Hey, every match in NASA is